Whoopsie dipsy. All right. Whoopsie dipsy. All right. What is going on? What is going on, chat? Perfect. Perfect. Let's absolutely go. You know, if you're trying to get shredded, figure out the exact amount of calories you need without, wasting your time getting mid results. No, getting real results. The best way to get the best results possible is going to be coming from tracking. So yeah, drop your stats down below if you're looking to, lose a couple pounds, get leaner, get chiseled, get to 10% body fat, or maybe you're trying to pack on muscle. If you're trying to get leaner, you're going to need a calorie deficit. You're going to need about a 200 to 500 calorie deficit. Now, if you're trying to get bigger, you just got to eat more. About a 200 calorie deficit. But I see so many people make my mistake where they dirty bulk, where they put on too much body fat, and you end up just looking kind of fat with some muscle, but it's not worth it. What app is this? This is called the TDE calculator. It says right here, you can look it up, a TDE calculator. And it's not perfect, but it gives you a good place to start. Trend Lover, what's your goal right now? Are you focused on building muscle or losing body fat? We're also live on YouTube at the same time. Pretty awesome, pretty awesome. Guys, if you're in the YouTube chat, drop some questions down below. Drop your stats. Let's see. Who is actually going to commit to the lean bulk, though? What website is this? TDEcalculator.com. Even ChatGPT could do this, but I mean, I found that this website is pretty accurate. I mean, it's not perfect, but it's a good starting point. If you've never tracked your calories before, or you just have no clue how much food you should be eating, check out this place to start, and then you want to adjust your calories. Should routine sex be? Oh my goodness, bro. What type of question is that? But of course, bro, cardio is cardio. You gotta track that. I mean, obviously. 10K steps enough for cardio for a cut, or do you need sessions of incline treadmill as well? Depends. Depends if you get stuck, and on if you're in a plateau, and you're still not losing body fat, then yeah, I would do some more cardio. But cardio is not necessary at all. You could just drop down your calories. I just find, one, it's good for you, good for your cardiovascular health, and two, it helps you eat more food while losing weight. So I prefer it. But again, you shouldn't go overboard with the cardio either. Too many people do like too much, 2 hours of cardio, and then not enough weightlifting. How off is the TD? Is it off by 100, 200? Depends. It's what you gotta experiment with. If you weigh yourself every day, you track your weight, and you eat the calories it recommends, and you didn't lose weight, well then I would adjust it to about, adjust your calories, drop them down by 200, so you are losing weight. So that's what I would do. It doesn't always know like your exact activity and things like that. Like I can adjust the activity, but it's not going to be perfect. Been eating 1,600 calories with cardio protein for 2 weeks and I haven't seen much what's going on. Okay, 1,600 calories, that sounds really freaking low. Sometimes you do have to do that, be there though. Fear. What's your weight and height? And how long have you been cutting for? You follow a set diet or tend to prefer certain food groups over more? I follow flexible dieting. Flexible dieting is what I prefer because it's sustainable. You know, it's my clients. I tell them this as well. Like he still eats in and out. He still goes out while he's dropping body fat, and it really is about getting as many micronutrient dense foods as you can, eating whole foods most of the time. But then it's completely okay to have fast food as long as you make it in your calories. As long as you don't go overboard with it. If you can control yourself, yeah, you're gonna get way better results. Will kill your 5, 10, 40. What's your goal? Will kill. Are you trying to drop body fat? 5, 10. I'll put you at moderate as well, and let's see. You trying to get to 225? Okay, awesome. Then yeah, man, I would start out somewhere around this, like 3,000, 2,800 calories. Probably something like that. What have you tried so far? You've done weightlifting. Have you tried cardio or have you tried other diets? 5'5", 175, been cutting for around 4 weeks, but I was gaining for some reason, so I cut down. How active are you, Fear? 5'5", 175. Yeah, you'd be about 2,100 calories, Fear, if you're trying to... I mean, you're on 1,600, though, which is crazy. It depends how active you are. But I would say right now you've been cutting for, okay, not too long. I would definitely bump up your activity if you're not already active. And Fear, are you doing weightlifting? You said you were doing cardio, but how much are you better be doing weightlifting. And weight lift pretty often as well. Do you know how many steps you're getting though? But what I would do, I would definitely not cut down your calories that low. Like the lowest I would go would be like, well, I wouldn't start with that. I would start with higher calories. I would start with probably 2,000 if I were you, or 1,800. And then focus on your sleep. That's another one. If you're not sleeping 8 hours, yeah, that can also slow down your fat loss. What can I do to lose 213? But inside, if you're 213 at 6'3", you just gotta make sure you're in a calorie deficit. So I would say about 2,300 calories. I mean, you're a pretty tall dude. 2,300. That's honestly a bit too low for you being 6'3", 213. I would put you up high. I would say this, 2,600 calories. I would start with that. And if you're not losing enough weight, if you're not losing 1 to 2 pounds per week with that, then I would drop down to 2,400 or something. Cardio once in a while, but I lift 3 to 4 times a week. Okay, then yeah, will kill. I would definitely bump up the cardio if you can. I mean, you don't have to do a crazy amount. You can start with like 15 minutes, but also just going on walks, like walks outside. That will help a ton, of course, with the calories, which I think we were saying about 2,800 would be a good amount for you. And will kill, if you're interested, man, feel free to shoot me a DM on Instagram, or if anybody wants a nutrition guide, because not only does calories matter, the food quality does matter too. So if you're interested in a nutrition guide, shoot me a DM on Instagram, and I'll send it over. What can I do to be sure to... Oh, yeah. Stay consistent with the calorie tracking. Sleep could be the problem. Oh, yeah, that's what I was thinking. Because I'm also eating 150 grams every day, so I don't know what's going on. How much sleep do you get, Fear? What about 155.54? I'm in a deficit, 1,300, 1,400. Holy shit. That seems pretty low. Yeah, that seems pretty low, but let's see. Yana. Mm, all right. Yeah, you would be around 1700, 1500. Let's see, and you're doing about 1300, 1400. Yeah, that is a tiny bit low. Are you seeing results with that? I would just make sure the reason why I'm saying don't drop your calories down too low is because of your muscle mass. If you lose too much muscle mass, you're still going to end up in the skinny fat stage. Okay, that's good. Well, if you're losing about like 1 pound per week, I would say that's decent. That's enough. Like that's a good amount. Does walking, running hurt muscle growth if you're already in a deficit? Running could potentially. Depends how much running you do. If you're out here running multiple marathons, if you're running in the morning or like running right before your workouts and super intense, or you're not recovering from it, and your legs are like getting weaker, and you're losing strength, yeah, it's a lot on your body. But walking, no, walking is completely fine. It's not gonna really hurt your muscle mass as long as it's like yeah, like low intensity. Low intensity is definitely a lot better. 5'11", 212 now, was 236, 2K calories and 200 grams of protein lifting. Any tips? You were at 2K calories? You're doing 2K calories and you got to 212. Well, good stuff, Miguel. That's super impressive. That's a solid transformation right there. Well, if you're still getting results with that, I would keep doing with what you're doing. Eventually, you might hit a plateau though, and you could either increase the cardio you do, drop your calories down lower, or just give yourself like a refeed, a diet break, and try and like boost your metabolism so you can drop more, like lose more weight with more food. But Miguel, what are you trying to get to? What's the end goal? What's your end weight? 2,000 is a pretty solid amount for you, looks like. So I'd keep doing that if it's working. Let's see. Is running 5 miles bad for muscle gaining? Potentially. You're just going to have to eat a lot more, and you're going to have to see your recovery. If you can run on a day where it's separate from your weightlifting, could be slightly better. Yeah, I would recommend that. I would try and space it out, especially like a leg day. Like I would give yourself a run, and then maybe a rest day after the run, and then a leg day. You don't want to run too close to a leg day because you might be if you just start running 5 miles and you're not used to it, you might get sore the next day, and then it might be hard to train legs. So that's one thing you just got to think about, like how you're recovering from the runs. 230, 6'3", trying to lose weight and gain muscle. Bets. All right, you're not a female, I'm assuming. Okay, yeah. You'll want about 2,700, 2,500 calories. Sasquatch, you're pretty big, dude. So I would start out with this amount. I would start out with 2,700. See if you drop weight from that. And of course, I also recommend getting about 10,000 steps a day. But yeah, if you do 2,700 calories, you're not losing, weight fast enough, then go down to 2,500 calories. That is going to be ideal. 6 feet. But what's the goal, baby Sasquatch? Like, how much weight would you like to lose? 6 feet goal is 180. Okay. So you're trying to gain, holy shit, 40 pounds max? That's a lot. This is called the TDE calculator. Yeah, so you're gonna need to go on a pretty serious bulk. That's for sure. You're gonna need about I would start with about 2,800 calories. I would start with that. Of course, of the years, yeah. Yeah, I would say potentially could be done in 2 years. Yeah, but that's a great goal to have. You just got to stay consistent, eating, 2,800 calories, somewhere around there. I worked out bicep for 2 days and got at the start of my journey and I got stretch marks right after. How? That's a good sign, man. That means you're growing fast. I would not be afraid of having stretch marks. I think that's ideal. I mean, you know what the stretch mark shows? It just shows that you've been putting in the work. It shows that you grew so fast your body couldn't adapt fast enough. So I think it's a flex as long as it's not too ugly. Yo, what's up, Rabbit Scat? Let's see. Who else? Okay, 19, 6 feet, currently 206, goal is 150. Bats. All right, man. Let's see, if you're 206 right now, we'll say 19. All right, yeah. Then you'll want about 2,600 calories, mug. Somewhere within that range would be a good place to start. And if any of you are looking for a nutrition guide, like I said, check out my Instagram. Now, if you're actually really, really serious about getting in the best shape possible, and you're looking for more accountability, more guidance, a tailored plan, then check out one-on-one coaching. That's an application is in my bio, and if you're serious, apply. But yeah, man, Mug, do you have Instagram? Because I could send you the full guide there. 150. That is a pretty serious goal. You're trying to lose a lot. Well, I would say that'd be doable 100% in like a year or so. Like if you just start now. What are you doing right now currently, Mug? Are you doing weightlifting and cardio right now? I highly recommend, for most people, I say about 3 to 5 times a week, weightlifting. Cardio, you could start off small. Cardio, start off with like 3 times a week and gradually increase it. Just cardio more. How come you're not doing weightlifting? You're missing out, man. You're missing out if you don't do weightlifting. If you get access to a gym, that's going to be ideal. Or a home gym. You can kind of see mine right here. Because I made many gains from the home gym. You want to be doing weightlifting. Otherwise, you're going to end up in the skinny fat stage. You're still never going to have that toned look if you don't add in weightlifting to your routine. Besides that, it just boosts your metabolism. It does so much for you. It reverses aging as well. There's been studies shown like men in their 40s, if they want to live longer, do more weightlifting. There's just so many reasons to do it, and I don't know why you wouldn't want to do it, to be honest. I mean, it's hard, but it can be fun if you make it fun. Bro, what should I do to lose more than 2 pounds per week? Why do you want to lose more than 2 pounds per week? You're going to lose your gains, but inside. You're going to lose your muscle mass. What's the end goal for you, butt inside? What are you trying to look like? Are you trying to look like a twink, or are you trying to look a Greek god? David Lade, a lean, athletic physique. What's the physique you're aiming for? Because more than 2 pounds per week. Whew. The issue there is you're just risking muscle loss. That's the only issue. Okay, shredded and muscular, then don't try and lose more than 2 pounds per week. What are your stats right now, butt inside? Yeah, you're 213, 6'3". 2 pounds per, okay. So you could probably drop actually a lot of weight up front. Yeah, you could probably drop a lot of weight at first. What have you been doing so far? Like, how much have you been eating? Because have you been eating 2,600 calories or more? I bet if you had 2,600 calories weightlifting 3 to 5 times a week, doing 10K steps, you would probably be dropping a lot of weight, body fat. End goal is girls. Retro life, hey, that's facts, man. That's why we all get started. Retro life, are you bulking or cutting? What do you need to do to get more girls, to attract more girls? Yeah. What's your weight and height, Retro life? Drop it right here, man. And I got you. Graham, okay. You're at the gym, but how often are you at the gym? 6'3", 198, trying to cut body fat and maintain build muscle. Okay. Perfect. Graham, I would say... Yeah. I would say about 2,600 as well. Somewhere around that range, Graham, is going to be a good place to start. Have you have you ever tracked your calories before? And what else are you doing? Are you doing weightlifting, cardio at the moment? Because if you do this, you weightlift, you track the weights in the gym, you track the calories. Oh my goodness. You're going to look like a Greek god. But if you're eyeballing, kind of going with the flow, not having a routine, you're just going to get mediocre results. That's the honest truth. All right. 5'9", 105, 3 years. You're off the gym. Now you're tracking calories? Oh, you're not on track. No, you're not tracking calories. Okay. You're in a dirty bulk. I see, Retro Life. I see. Okay. Last time, 2,500 calories a day was in a calorie deficit. Yeah, that's good. So how much more weight are you trying to gain now? Because you're 105 kg. That's 231 pounds at 5'9". Okay, so you just started your cut right now. You're needing to cut. Yep, got you, man. Well, this is what I'll recommend. 231, 5'9". I'll calculate you here. Let's see what this calculator says. Let's see how accurate it is. All right, so you would need about 2,800 calories. But if you're not dropping enough weight from that, like you said, I think 2,500 calories a day is going to be more ideal for that calorie deficit. So that's probably what you want, Retro Life. And if you have more questions as well. Let's see. Whoops. Yeah, do you have IG, Retro Life? I do. I would suggest a nutrition guide. Meal prep is good. Okay, Graham, you're tracking 2,500 calories a day, 200 grams of protein, PPL, split 6 days a week. Perfect. And guys, I'm live on YouTube and TikTok at the same time. So if you want a better experience, come to YouTube. I'm prioritizing the comments on YouTube. But yeah, let's see. Are you losing weight with that, Graham? Have you been getting good results, or are you stuck kind of in a plateau? Because if you're stuck in a plateau, you wanna adjust some things. But inside, I want to know if you've been tracking calories though. You're complaining about yourself looking fat, but what are you doing to change it? You're going to the gym. That's good. That's good. That's the bare minimum, to be honest. But that's a really good place to start. But if you really want serious results, you gotta dial in your nutrition. So have you tried tracking before? Because that will get you the best results. Let's see. You're also running about a mile 4 times a week. Will that kill gains? Really just starting. I see. Okay, then yeah, if you're just starting out, 2,500 calories, yeah, start out with that. Prioritize progressive overload. Definitely try and, if you stay consistent with that, 2,500 calories, you're walking, hitting the gym, like you're going to see a massive difference a couple months from now. This world needs more guys like you subbed. Hey, Retro Life, appreciate it, bro. Appreciate the subscribe. I'm giving out the sauce. Yeah, I give it all away for free, basically. What, man? Appreciate the follow, Graham. All right. Eridon, you're 5'9", 202. Let's see what this recommends for you. Trying to cut down to 180 by September. You're already 30 pounds down from the dirty bulk. Good stuff, man. Okay, then you'll need about 2,500 calories. Yeah. Same thing as I recommended to Retro Life. You guys want about 2,500 calories. I mean, you want to be in somewhat of a 500 calorie deficit. That's basically going to be the best spot to be in, really. Icky Fever. Let's go. Hey, Retro Life. Shoot me DM right here. That's my Instagram. Shoot me a message here, and then I can send you over the full guide. What is the name of the webpage? The name of the webpage is TDE Calculator. I'll put it here as well. That's my Instagram. Because, yeah, not only does the calories matter, like the food quality does matter too. So for food, for protein sources, I typically recommend about, ground beef, Greek yogurt, eggs. But then if you want to go out and eat fast food, you can do that. And you can do that by getting smart decisions. Going to Chick-fil-A, getting chicken burgers and not fried chicken burgers. Or just getting grilled nuggets, or you go to McDonald's, you get an Egg McMuffin with extra egg whites. It's about making the high protein decisions. That's what's really going to get you better results. What is the name of the webpage? It's what was I going to say? Oh, TDE Calculator right here. $510, $190. I'm trying to cut body fat. My goal is 170. I lift 4 times a week, but I don't know how much to eat or how much cardio I should do. What would you say? Okay. Elias, for lifting 4 times a week, that's a great amount. Cardio, if you haven't done any before, just start light. Like 15 minutes. I would do 15 minutes right after the workout. So right after you're done lifting, start with 15 minutes on the incline treadmill or Stairmaster or whatever you prefer. And then the main thing, though, is going to be your calorie intake. So you're going to need about 2,500 as well, somewhere around there. And if 2,500 doesn't work, you're not losing 1 to 2 pounds per week, then drop down to 2,200. So that's what I would recommend for you. How much cardio should I do? Yeah, 15 minutes and then eventually working your way up. Walking 1 hour, 6 months, you'll see results, baby. Holy shit. Now, when you say walking an hour, do you mean walking on the treadmill for an hour or walking outside for an hour? Because walking on the treadmill for an hour, that's insane. Yeah, 15 minutes a day on the treadmill. And then on top of that, 10,000 steps. That's a good goal as well. 5'3", 445, bro. Ain't no way you're 445 at 5'3". That's ridiculous. That is absolutely insane. Okay, Mr. Mamir, 5'10", 220. Okay. Moderate activity would like to be 180. Moderate activity, yeah, I'll leave you there then. What are you doing right now, Mamir? Are you doing weightlifting and cardio? Let's see. Let's see what it says. Yeah, it's about 2,700, 2,500 calories. That is what it recommends for you, Mamir. Do an hour incline every day. Holy shit, Jonah. That is a ton. Outdoor walking, no sweat result. Yeah. I think outdoor walking is a lot more enjoyable, but the incline treadmill, your heart rate, it goes up to like 120. If you can get it there, 120, 140 beats per minute, you're going to be in zone 2 cardio. So that is going to do, that is going to help a ton. That's going to help you burn a lot of fat by doing zone 2 cardio consistently. One of my clients, he was stuck in a plateau. He was doing, a lot of cardio, or he was doing a lot of movement, but like jump roping and these other things. But when I gave him 30 minutes of cardio on the incline treadmill, that's when his weight really started dropping. So the incline treadmill is top tier for fat loss. Let's see. 6 feet, 178. All right. Then, wait, what's your goal, Elias? If you're trying to bulk up, you'll probably need about 3,000 or so. What's the before and after? So this was before and after. This was for a bodybuilding competition. Before I was bulked up, I was like 200 pounds. To the right, I got to 170. And it was pretty intense. But yeah, eating a lot of protein, good stuff. Right now, you're just lifting heavy. I mean, yeah, like that'll get you pretty good results. You can eyeball. I'd also track your weight. Like you don't have to track calories, but if you're trying to get to 10% body fat, you're probably gonna want to track your calories. If you're bulking, lean bulking, you can be a little more flexible. But to be at 10% body fat, if you don't want to waste your time, you want to get quick results, smart results, then I highly recommend using an app like MyFitnessPal. Retro Life, you're saying you do Intense HIIT. Intense HIIT is great, but not too much. Like 2 to 3 times a week, high intensity is good. But again, it's a lot of impact on your body. Depends on what high intensity workout you're doing. But you just got to see if you can recover from it. I personally like doing boxing. So I do boxing once or twice a week. That is definitely a lot more fun than an incline treadmill. But incline treadmill, probably better for burning fat. Still trying to cut down 40 pounds already. Oh, damn. Good stuff, man. Well, then I would say 2,200 calories, Elias. Probably somewhere around there is going to be ideal. You're 180 but not super lean. You think it's worth to keep bulking to 200 and then cut? Joseph, if you had to say, what is your body fat at? If your body fat is over 20%, not worth it. Don't keep bulking. Your testosterone is going to go down. You're going to put on too much excess body fat. It's not worth it. Yeah, it's really right here, man. TDEcalculator.com. You can even use ChatGPT, but this one is cool. Shows a picture. Let's see. 20 pounds bulk is a lot. If it depends how fast you do it. Over a year, like if you gain 20 pounds in a year, that's pretty realistic. But if you're gaining 20 pounds in a week, oh, you're cooked. A bit too much. You're 140, you want to drop to 135. What's your weight and height, Nitro? I lost having fun. Man, need to get back on my track. My testosterone is down too low. Retro Life, how did that happen? How did you lose having fun? What did you do to your testosterone? Oh no, man. Because I'll be honest, I dropped my testosterone. I dropped my testosterone when I did this bodybuilding competition, and when I starved myself, and when I on my dropped my calories down way too low. I lost a lot of size, and my testosterone took a hit, and that is why I don't recommend starving yourself, because, yeah, it's not healthy. You're gonna lose your gains. But if you stay in a slight calorie deficit, weight training, that is how you're gonna get the best results possible. You're bigger than me? No way you're bigger than me, Lena. Are you a muscle mommy or something? 65 kg building muscle. Do I need to eat? Do I need to eat in a surplus or maintain? What's your goal, Simon? Are you... I mean, yeah, if you're trying to build as much muscle as possible, be in a 200 calorie surplus. That's going to be giving you the best results possible. 149, 5'11", I want to gain some more muscle. Is it realistic to want to be 155 by September? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. By September, easily. 100%. But Trev, let's see. If you're 5'11", yeah, you would need about 2,700, 3,000 calories, Kev. I would start out with 2,700. Focus on slowly gaining weight, not gaining a whole bunch of weight at once, but slowly working your way up. That's going to be more ideal. But yeah, what are you doing right now, Trev? Are you weight training multiple times a week? They call me The Rock because I just look like him. That is absolutely crazy. No way you look like The Rock. No way you're that jacked. Are you natural, Lena? You must be taking gear. 20, 145, 15K steps lifting. Okay. But you have thyroid cancer. Cancer lifts. Okay. How has that been? Mostly fat gain? What's your goal, cancer lifts? Are you trying to build more muscle? And are you eating in a calorie surplus to build more muscle, or are you trying to lean down? Gain muscle in deficit, is it possible? Absolutely, it's possible. If you're dialed in, like you're eating a high protein, you're getting stronger in the gym while staying in a small deficit, not a crazy deficit, you can do it. It's definitely not easy. It's easier if you're a beginner. If you have newbie gains, been on a bulk, and in 4 weeks gained about 6 pounds. Is that a good weight, or should I get? Okay, yeah, that's a ton, bro. That's a ton. 6 pounds. Actually, I mean, no. Like max, I would say at the very max, in 4 weeks you would want to gain 4 pounds. So yeah, 6 pounds is a little aggressive. You could be putting on some extra body fat. So you're a beginner? Oh, okay. Well, here's the thing. Are you starting out from a skinny guy? Because, yeah, like if you're a super skinny guy, you're starting out, you're lean, you know, you can build a lot of muscle, or you can gain a weight, you know, more quickly if you've got those newbie gains. But as you get more experience, like now, I don't want to gain more than 2 pounds a month while I'm bulking. If I gain more than 2 pounds a month, I'm cooked. I mean, you know, I've been lifting for 5 years, so if I were to gain 6 pounds every single month, I would just be getting pretty fat. Bulk for 8 months, put on 13 pounds, but it was mostly fat gain. Okay. I'm 145, I'm bulking to 175. Should I lean bulk? Absolutely. Best thing to do. Then yeah, man, Cancer, start out with a slight calorie deficit. Not sure how tall you are, but if you're in a, I mean, you probably already know this if you've been doing it, if you've been cutting before, but if you're in a 200 to 500 deficit, you know, you're doing weight training, cardio, all that, you're going to get the best results possible. What's the difference between a lean bulk and dirty bulk? Dirty bulk is where you eat whatever you want. So that means McDonald's, ice cream, just to gain weight, not worth it. You'll put on too much body fat. You're not thinking about the quality of food. But lean bulking, you're eating mainly clean foods, chicken breast, lean ground beef, eggs, you know, rice, all these good sources. And then sometimes, you know, you can have ice cream, like, or low-cal ice cream. You can have Rice Krispie treats, you know, dirty food a little bit, but you want to limit it. So, I mean, I still do that. I don't eat chicken rice all the time. That's boring. You know, ideally, if you want better results, you gotta, or if you want sustainable results, just have better tasting meals. Have like protein ice cream or protein pancakes or peanut butter sandwiches that are low in calories. Like, there's ways to do it to make your diet more interesting so you don't have to suffer. Progressing really good. Hey, good stuff, man. 6 weeks into lifting. Nice. Yeah, you've got the newbie gains. Keep doing what you're doing then. This is my maintenance is 2.6, but I'm gaining 2 pounds a month on 224. Damn, what? How tall are you, Cancer? That sounds ridiculous. Skinny guys are lucky on gears. Yeah, just look at David Lade. David Lade was a skinny guy when he started out. And all he had to do was just eat more, lift more. But if you're coming from, you know, more fat, you're more overweight, you got to limit yourself. You got to restrict yourself. You got to move more. It's a lot harder, I think, personally, and that's why I think bulking is easier than cutting. Been spamming sweet potato, rice, and oatmeal on my bulk. 500 grams of carbs a day. Damn, bro. You must be getting massive. What's your weight and height at right now, Jonah? You're 5'9", okay. Cancer, you're 5'9", 145. Then that would explain why you're gaining weight on 2,600 calories. According to this, you know, obviously it's not perfect. 862 test natural. Damn, good stuff, bro. You probably have more tests than me. Yeah, if you're looking to drop body fat and you're not dropping body fat on 2,400 calories, then I would go down to 2,200. And then keep doing what you're doing. You drop down to 2,200, you'll probably see some more results. But I appreciate you guys following the live. If you're on YouTube, appreciate the subscribers. If you want a tailored, consistent plan and you're serious about fast tracking your progress and you want more accountability, apply for coaching, first link in my bio. Or if you have any other questions or want a nutrition guide, shoot me a DM on Instagram. Appreciate it. All right, peace, chat. We're ending it here. Let's go. We're still live on YouTube. But same thing for the YouTube boys that are watching. Like I said, if you want more guides and everything like that, Retro, if you're still in here, I'll make sure to shoot me a DM, or I could reach out to you as well. Send you over that nutrition guide if you're interested. But I appreciate all you boys joining the live. Let's fucking go. Peace, chat. We're ending it here.